and welcome to yet another episode of our Retro Computing 486 stuff. I am Tim, the usual person behind the camera, and we're doing something that needs to be done. So I've got the machine powered up at the moment. This is our lovely 486. You can probably hear that it's whining just a little bit. So this machine has a 120 megabyte hard drive in it. That's probably as old as the machine itself, and that whining is a sign that the bearings in the drive are probably a little past their use-by date. So we have a little bit of an upgrade. Not quite as much as we could do, but right here, a hard drive upgrade. So this is a 340 megabyte hard drive, so quite a little bit bigger than the 120 that came with the machine. So let's just, okay, so it's taped up and I'm trying to do this through a camera. So it's just an old Connor hard drive that we've got here. So it's not necessarily the fastest of hard drives. I believe these hard drives had a reputation for being a bit slow, but they're also fairly reliable. So I checked this hard drive out earlier. It does still seem to be working, and the bearings sound a little bit healthier. So yeah, we'll be throwing this into the machine and doing stuff with it. So I'll do a cut here and we'll go to the guts of the machine and we'll start pulling the old hard drive out. Okay, so this is the hard drive, or this is the internal of the actual machine. Now, I don't see this that often, but the hard drive is actually, with our pointing stick, sitting right here. So it's actually in a 5 1/4 inch drive bay, and it's just got an adapter to allow me to use a 5 1/4 inch drive bay with a 3.5 inch drive. Not something I typically see that often, and I'm not sure why they've done it, but that's what we've got to work with. So let me just jump in here with a screwdriver and pull the damn thing out. Okay, so that should have the screws out. This is going to be the tricky part. I might have to get a little bit creative and pull it out the front, because I can't really be bothered taking the power supply out. Of course, that power cable is fairly tightly jammed in there. There we go, got it out. Getting a bit creative and bumping the camera like normal. I might actually have to do a cut here and really start disassembling this thing, because that's not coming out the front. One moment. Okay, so it took a bit of convincing, but there's a whole old hard drive. So that's an old Connor 120 megabyte. I'm just going to do this behind the camera and take the actual mounts off. So just keep yourselves entertained while I'm doing this. You can always sing a song to yourself or something. And of course, that's me dropping one of them on the bloody floor. Because I am a klutz. Feel free to call me a klutz in the comments. Or something. In fact, I might do another cut here and just tidy all this up. Okay, so that took a lot more dicking about than I really wanted to. So we've got the new hard drive in there. I'm using the same mounts to put it into the 5¼ inch bay, just because further down the line we're going to be sticking a CD-ROM in there and taking out the 5¼ inch floppy drive. So yeah, that's probably going to be useful to put it there. So now we just need to power this thing up and tell it it's got a new hard drive in it. Because with these old machines, that's not quite as automatic as you would in a current machine. So here goes. Let's see if this works. Well, it's already quieter. And the one annoying thing with this monitor is if it's not in the correct screen mode, it throws that garbage on there. That white screen in the middle. But we now have, it's auto-detecting a new hard drive. That is what we want. And of course, there's not a second hard drive in there. Okay, so it seems when I got this drive, they put some sort of bootloader on it. So there is a Windows 98 thing on there. So that's at least something. That at least tells me the drive works. So, yay, bonus. So, apparently the MS-DOS component of Windows 98 only needs a 486. Who knew? But anyway, that's the mechanics of the hard drive update done. So what I'll do now, and I'll probably do this off camera because I don't think people want to see this, and it'll take me a while, but we now have, and I have to put my choice of software onto this and sort of get a basic operating system going. Once that's done, we'll be doing further upgrades to it, which I'll start filming again. So stay tuned for more retro stuff. And that right on the cue, that white box disappeared. So if you want to support the channel, the link's in the description. You know what to do with that subscribe button. Join the Discord, visit the website, whatever. And I will see you in the next video.